Hello and welcome to Lucky Girl Tarot. Thank you so much, everyone who's shown up and liking and sharing, subscribing. I really appreciate it. But this is the home, and will it change? Will you move? Will it expand? Will it be better? What is coming for your move? If you have a move, do you need to move? Do you want to move? Do you already know you need to move? We're going to roll the dice and see who's going to get the first read. We're not going to go in order. So this is kind of spontaneous. We'll see what happens with what energy we get. Okay. So without further ado, our first roll will be Cancer. You were the first and the last. Okay, so you must be the most present here. Thank you so much, Cancer, for being present. Let me find your cards. I can put you out in the withholding area because you were getting read for sooner. Okay, so Cancer, you are the home in astrology. Just thought I would say that. So you are home. Okay, so your mother, your home. I hope I'm coming across strong. My voice is kind of wanting to break because I've been through some air element changes here. Maybe there is something going on with your air in your house. Maybe you're needing to clear some air. Maybe there is something still in the air. I don't know. But let's find out for Cancer if there's going to be a move, a change in their surroundings where they live. If they're going to move where they live, if there'll be a change in stability as far as getting a new contract or something of that nature. Related to the home life, moving or staying, what it should be that Cancer needs to know. What can we find out? I need to remind everyone to please, please, please like, because it's the likes that are going to get the channel to keep bringing content that is free. Thank you so much for understanding. I only see one like, and I see tons of people showing up, so please do let me know that you like what you're getting for free. I appreciate it. Cancer, what do we have? Page of Pentacles. The more I get free, the more I get free. The more I give free, the more I should receive likes. And if I don't, then I guess I won't be enabling the chat, because it is not enabled because we don't get the participation. We have Page of Pentacles here. I do appreciate those that want to help and give likes for what they're getting for free. Thank you so much. So I'm seeing 14 and 1, Sagittarius, Aries energy maybe. Could be a play for you, Cancer. What is the Page of Pentacles? I don't have to do this live, mind you. So if anyone is sitting here listening for free and it is just entertainment. So Page of Pentacles, I see that you are establishing something. You could be working your way through paying for a home or saving for a home. Can I find out more about this Page of Pentacles, please? Okay, so there is an ending coming to say some kind of a endeavor you've been involved in financially. What was that related with? What is this? Scorpio, death energy. What is this? Temperance, Sagittarius. We did call Sagittarius on the clock here a minute ago. Cancer, you have something about, you have time. What is temperance and time for Cancer? Did I say Sag? You have two potential places to go to. You may already be in one, and there's two places to go to. You need to make a decision maybe. Can I find out more on the Two of Pentacles? The Wheel of Fortune. There could be a Sagittarius who would be tied to a Cancer. And there's something like a new beginning coming. You could be moving with. What is this Wheel of Fortune for the Cancer? The Empress. Okay, so if I'm talking to a masculine Cancer, you could have a divine feminine that you are thinking about choosing over, say, something you're either in now or a couple potentials. Now, this could be about your home. It could be that you want to live with this person in their home. I think that this has to do with you and how your home is construed either with this person or that person. So your karmic or your divine counterpart. So you are in the middle. And this is the death energy. It's like Cancer, it's like you're deciding, where is home to me? What is home to me? Who is home to me? What is the Wheel of Fortune for the Cancers? Ace of Swords. So I believe that there's some truth to you making a decision. This has to do with something you're going to end. So when it comes to home, it looks to me like something is coming to an end. What is the ending for Cancer? What is this? Is this an ending to a way the home is working, or moving out of a home? What is this for Cancer? The Tower. There is something coming to the present location you're at. A big shakeup is coming. And it's going to give you some clarity that you've been looking for. It could be because you needed to grow in some new way with the Empress energy, create in some new way. Maybe you're somebody that is a family aged and you want to start a family, the Empress. It could be that you need to make room for family, you need a bigger place, or maybe you're older and you no longer need such a big place. Something like this. Can I find out what the Empress energy is here for the Cancer and moving? Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, making a cut. What is this cut? So you're cutting corners, you're having to cut. I'm getting that you're not getting, like, say, plentiful, like you thought you would get plentiful, say, in what you have to put out, perhaps. It could be that you aren't as established as you need to be for what it is you have, what you're paying for. Can I find out more on the Queen of Swords here? For Cancer, stability, home. Six of Wands. Yeah, there is some kind of victory when it comes to this, but the Tower, I need to find out if you're... The shakeup seems like you're going to be either leaving. I haven't seen leaving yet, but I did see death. I hope that you have not lost anybody or won't. What, sometimes death could just mean a great big change, right? And the Tower showed up too with the death. No, I'm not promising, because I don't know your story, and no two people are the same, right? But fatalities do happen. So only if somebody is already not well, say they're in the hospital and they were told something, that could be meaningful to you. But if not, I would not worry about this. Okay, so what is the Six of Wands? What is Six of Wands? I think that you're going to, you're going to decide to stay where you are. But there could be some kind of ending, and it could be a contract. What is the Tower and death? What is death? What is Tower? Okay, so some Cancers could be moving and or looking for a way to, say, pay for their home if they are in a home or in a lease. Somebody may be breaking the lease because they haven't got a choice. So if you were to lose somebody, you already know they're going, right? Eight of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, somebody could be leaving you an inheritance. The house could be yours. Literally, you could be left a house. So this is what I'm seeing here. The Tower, in other words, this person was once strong. They were a person in your world. Their life ended, okay? And I'm so sorry if this is the truth, but it could be you already know. So that's only, I think, for somebody who may already know that somebody's about to cross over. So if you're waiting, or you've been waiting and it's been tied up and you've been concerned about this, and by the nick of time, you're going to receive it. You've been waiting for it since like last October, November, maybe. That's what I'm seeing. So if you have been, or the person's been ill since around that time and you knew they would be passing, can I find out more? Something is coming for you in your season, Chariot here. What is the Chariot for this? This is going to get moving fast okay, so there is an apology coming towards you really quickly. Page of Cups. So maybe somebody had to end a contract, but just in time. Some Cancers are going to receive some kind of inheritance. Some of you may actually align with somebody who is like a soulmate, and they're going to take on the contract somebody had with you in, say, apartment, a condo, a house. So if you're not one of them that are receiving inheritance or something like that, to help you be firmer when it comes to establishing and maintaining, say, a place, getting a place, having the money for the place. So it doesn't look like a move. It looks like you're staying, Cancer. It doesn't look like you're moving. It does look like there's somebody that's going to lend a hand. Either it's going to be somebody gives a hand because they cross over, they leave you what they can, what they will, what they said they would, and or it is a soulmate who's coming through and they're going to rent, lease, share space with you, something like this. Can I find out more for Cancer, please? When it comes to moving, when it comes to home. Got Wheel of Fortune twice. I think it's Sagittarius energy. This is like double new beginning. So this could be, you've never lived with anyone before, and or this person is new. Could be that it is romance. What is this Wheel of Fortune for the Cancers? Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this might be somebody that you took lovers, you chose. So this isn't something that was convenience just because you wanted to have some stability. There's some kind of love situation here. That could be a King of Wands, a mature energy here. They could be a mature business owner. They don't have to be. Knight of Wands. There could be an intimacy between you and them. It does look to me like they took their time on you. It wasn't like, let's, hop into this situation lightly. The Knight of Pentacles. This could be an earth sign. This is somebody that has read all the rules. They're playing it, like safely. They're trying to take good care that they play by the rules. They do things right. So I don't think you're leaving where you live. I think you're going to have assistance with somebody who is a soulmate. Knight of Cups that has their heart in it. They've invested their heart in you, Cancer. There may be somebody that has moved a distance towards you. They're stuck on you after they get to know you. Four of Coins, Nine of Cups, Six of Swords, the Nine of Wands. This person has been on guard about you. So I don't think that Cancer is moving. I think that your situation varies depending on what Cancer you are, but your stability, it is strong. I think you're balanced. So I don't think that there's any moving going on. There may be some disappointment you go through when it comes to your home life, your home situation, but it looks like it's pretty solid. I'm going to leave it there. It doesn't look worrisome for the Cancers. Okay, so if you need me to revisit this or you need me to touch on it on a next read, please don't forget to like. It would be really nice if people would like what they're getting for free. I appreciate that. Okay, so what is the next sign we're going to do for the home, and are they moving? Gemini. Gemini, what do we have for Gemini? Will Gemini be moving? Is there going to be a change in the living situation, place, or anything like this for the Geminis, please? So we have Justice. You could have Ten of Wands. You could have a situation of possibly, what is the word? Not termination. Justice. You might have to get the law involved with where you're living, so they could try to terminate your lease or something like this. You're showing up with the Lovers, the Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords. Yeah, there could definitely be something that is coming up for you that might be related to moving. Can I find out more for the Gemini, please? Gemini placements. When it comes to justice, what do we have? That's Libra, by mind you, too. What do we have for justice for the Geminis? Okay, Ten of Cups. You could have a divorce coming in. There could be a divorce that's happening for Gemini. So the Ten of Cups and Justice showing up with the Ten of Swords. I kind of wonder with Ten of Wands too. King of Pentacles. Yeah. Your stability is in question because maybe there's a change in marital plans and or some kind of contract you made there. Can I find out more for the Gemini people? Five of Pentacles, you're locked out. So it could be that you're in a marriage, a commitment, long-term, and maybe somebody's going to change the locks on you, and or maybe you have a contract that you and your person you're married to are establishing, and Your landlord's going to withhold you having the lease. So it's like they're going to say, you know, this lease is not, there's this Ten of Swords. It's like you've been betrayed. Can I find out more about the Ten of Swords, please, for Gemini? Two of Wands. What is the Two of Wands for Gemini? And the Five of Pentacles. You have the Queen of Swords, which is your energy. It's also Aquarius's, which could be a lawyer. I do think that you're going to have to be seeing a lawyer or something about some kind of home and or marital environment. There's going to be a change when it comes to your living situation, and it could be your actual family situation. No two Geminis are the same. I see that you're reading the books. You're trying to get to the fine print. You're trying to find out what the legal answers, the solutions are, and or who can represent you. Can I find out more for Gemini regarding home and moving? The Hangman. So you're waiting. You're waiting it out. You're waiting it out. Yeah, you're... Okay, can I find out more for Gemini on this potential move or what's going to happen with their home life? King of Swords. This is divorce energy on the board right here. So you could be fighting for a piece of property, apartment, a lease, something like this, and you're tied up in court. This is coming up between 10 days and 10 weeks out, I would say, if it hasn't already started. That's what I'm seeing. Can I find out more on this King of Swords and Queen of Swords, please, for Gemini? King of Wands. Yeah, you might be talking to your father, a father figure, a business owner, maybe to get some help. I don't know. King of Wands. Who was the King of Wands to the Gemini on this, please? Could be your landlord. The Three of Pentacles. It's where you signed the contract with your person. So maybe the two of you signed something. You're not going to be together and you're trying to work something out. Maybe you want to maintain the location, and your other person that that you were married to or you were serious with, they don't, and you need to get out of the contract and create a new one with just yourself. Can I find out more about this Three of Pentacles for the Gemini? King of Cups. What is the King of Cups, please, for Gemini? Ace of Swords. There's some clarity about your love. What is this clarity? Ace of Cups. Six of Pentacles. So you're telling... So it looks to me like you're tied up in some kind of drama when it comes to your situation with your heart matters, and they're tied up with your situation with love. Excuse me, home. And Temperance. You are supposed to be working on your shadow. I don't know if you are. Temperance, but you're running out of time when it comes to this contract, to having to talk to them about getting out of the contract with your person or work out the thing with your person. This will require an actual personal. If it does resonate for anyone listening, justice is coming out. Yeah, I can't really give you a finite answer, Gemini. I can say that time is the utmost element for you right now. If you are fighting any of this, Ten of Swords, there's some kind of a major betrayal going on, and you could be tied up in a commitment two ways. And because you might be in a relationship that is fizzling, it's crashing, like a tower maybe, and you're connected in the sense of where you live based on that location with the person you're married to or were. So I'm seeing they could be a Sagittarius as well. You should be working on your giving self-love to yourself and your shadow side. That is what I'm getting, because I can't really give a generic collective answer on this, because it might just be one or two Geminis that would even feel this is theirs. And I don't want to put too much out there, but I'm going to say what the gist of it is. So any Gemini could right now be going through some kind of a uncertainty, and it could be in all matters in life right now that are hinged to home. So if you work from home, you have love at home, whatever it is, right? It's a sense of you could be affected right now with uncertainty when it comes to home. So as far as moving goes, I think that there's a lot of legal matters tied up in that. Okay, so who is the next one we will be reading on if they'll be moving? Gemini, we got you again. So I don't know if that means that that reading was meaningful to someone, but please let me know if it was. Cancer, we got you again. Pisces, we might just do 6 and I will leave it at 6. Pisces, you are number 3. Will Pisces be moving? How is home life going to be for Pisces? 6 of Pentacles. 4 of Cups. I think that your bliss, ignorant and bliss as they might say, right? 6 of Pentacles is like you're receiving. It could be you have roommates. It could be that someone's helping you pay your way. Somebody's bringing you money. They're helping you in some way. 6 of Cups, there's somebody from your past, somebody that truly cares. They're helping you pay to stay where you are for Pisces. You're balanced. 2 Wands. I don't see you leaving. Temperance. I see something changing in time, though. Maybe Sagittarius season. What is Temperance for Pisces, please? This is your long time ago. Sagittarius and Pisces with Jupiter are actually sort of related. Jupiter ruled Pisces long ago, so they are sort of related. The Tower is coming. Sagittarius energy. I would say a Sagittarius is going to bring some bad news or shake it up for you, shake your situation at home up. What is Tower with Temperance? What is Tower with Temperance for Pisces? Okay, so you are pretty apathetic to notice with the 4 of Cups we had. With your happy life at home, 10 of Cups, the Tower, something's going to shake up your foundation. Can I find out more? For Pisces. So somebody's bringing drama towards your home when it comes to home. Can I find out what this drama is? And it is the Tower. What is the Tower and drama for the Pisces people? Please don't forget to like. I would appreciate it if you would like, share, and subscribe. Something about your intuition has kicked in. Only after the drama, after the Tower. What is this High Priestess energy for Pisces? That is their own energy. So you have to stand on business. Somebody is trying to get in the way of your happy home life and or the stability. So what is the 7 of Wands here? What is the 7 of Wands for Pisces? And the Tower is Ace of Swords. Somebody's coming in and telling you something. They're bringing some kind of direct truth to you. It has to do with your love life. If this is a love situation or a family situation with the King of Cups, you could have an elder. You could be an elder Pisces yourself. This could be somebody's bringing some direct, honest truth. They're shining some light on something. They're telling you, listen, you need to pay attention. Your foundation's not secure. Your foundation is not secure. What you're happily ever after is not secure. For Pisces, what do we have? Okay, somebody's telling you that you need to move far away. 6 of Swords. What is the 6 of Swords for Pisces? The Knight of Pentacles. It's going to take you a while, but it looks like you need to get moving and you need to move away from where you're at. Somebody's going to be very direct and honest. I think it's going to be very upsetting to you. What is the 6 of Swords for Pisces? 3 of Swords. So there could be some kind of heartache connected to the Pisces situation. It could be the actual home life that you don't want to leave behind. And it could be as well a person you don't want to leave behind. Pisces looks like they're going to be moving without wanting to move. Knight of Swords. What is the Knight of Swords? What is the Knight of Swords? Somebody was watching you. Somebody was stalking you. 2 of Pentacles. And is this 2 of Pentacles a person? The Knight of Swords. You were losing sleep over this, and this change is something that you knew was going to come, and it's finally being forced on you. That's what I'm getting. Pisces, it looks to me like you have like a spouse who told you, if they were in the military, hey, listen, I'm stationed over there and we have to move overseas. And you're not going to like it, Pisces. This is like a military wife or husband being told, you know, we're packing up the family. We got to go. We don't have time. I can't talk about it. We got to go. That is what I'm getting. You don't have any say on this, Pisces. It looks to me like they want you to pack up and hustle. That's what it looks like. Six of Swords. Can I find out, please, who the next reading will be with the move? Cancer, you got another roll. That's 3 for you. So now we got a Cancer here that's listening and a Gemini. Thank you, both of you. I hope that you got something you needed out of the readings. We got Scorpio. So we got all the water signs. Okay, so Scorpio, you're next. Let me find your card so I can pull it out here. Okay, Scorpio. Will you be moving? Are you going to be staying? What's the situation with your home life, please? 2 of Cups. I feel you're simpatico where you're at. 5 of Wands. There is some kind of drama. And what is it? Oh, it's coming at you fast. Okay, so you're very balanced and equal. Your equilibrium is balanced. You might be living with a soulmate, but I feel like you're very in tune with your home. I think Scorpio likes her home, but drama's coming in quickly. It could be a Cancer. It doesn't have to be. Drama's coming in quickly. The Sun. Okay, so it could be that somebody's going to shake up your world and they're going to want to be in a living situation with you, maybe the Sun. They could be a Leo. They don't have to be. 2 of Swords. You could be blocking them. This person could actually be coming at you saying, listen, we should get together. We should be married. We should be in the same place. And you love your home. You don't want to leave your home. You don't want to lose your home. You don't want to leave your home. So this is like making a choice. This reminds me of a time when I was going to marry somebody in my way back years, and he wanted me to make a decision, and I really went against my intuition. And I said yes after struggling because he kept harassing me. And I went ahead and said yes, and it was a big mistake. It was a huge mistake. Scorpio, I don't know who I'm reading for, but this doesn't have to apply to you. But if it does feel like the hesitation is there, your intuition's telling you, listen to your intuition. Hey, okay, so 2 of Swords, the blocking of this, what would come in quick, happily ever after. Joining to live together, 6 of Wands. This person is wanting to ask you maybe to marry them, bring flowers, maybe put a ring on it, that kind of thing. This person is wanting to invoke themselves into your home and or move you from the home you love. So Scorpio, if this is yours, this is coming. I don't know. It's free will. Maybe I don't see anything so strong except for maybe the Sun energy and the Chariot. It's coming fast. So, I mean, you could say, yes, this could be yours. What is the 6 of Wands, please, for Scorpio and moving and home? The Star. You quite literally may say yes because you are their hope. Maybe they're your hope. So this could be you want to marry somebody and either bring them into your home or move into another home. Can I find out what the Star is, please, for the Scorpios? 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords. Okay, so that is heartache. Definitely. What is this heartache for Scorpio? On the move, please. 3 of Swords. 7 of Wands. So you're going to be in a similar energy as what I was telling you I lived through. And I want to thank whoever it was that hit that like button. I appreciate you so much. Major hugs to you. 7 of Wands, Scorpio, and the 3 of Swords tells me that it's like the story I was explaining. So for some of you, randomly, doesn't have to be everyone, maybe 1 or 2. It could be that you're up against, say, somebody who's trying to put a challenge on you, but I don't want your place. I want to do it a new place. I want to do my place. I want you to call my place home, or I want us to get a new home together, but you may have an already bond that you have, and because you're a fixed sign, it's hard to leave something you really like, you really cherish. You've already committed yourself. You feel somewhat intrinsically connected to that home that you're at, and this person wants to take you from it, put you in a new place, and or maybe change up the place that you are at by coming in. But I think you're going to resist something when it comes to the happily ever after, because their way, it hurts. It feels like they're trying to strip you of something. And I just lost the card even. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to tell them that they have to take time with you, that you're not going to just make this change quickly, not overnight. So I don't see you moving anytime real fast. Can I find out what the Knight of Pentacles is? This could mean Virgo season. Something could happen. The Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. So maybe you'll come to some kind of compromise, some decision. I don't see something happening though for you until Virgo season. So if you're a Scorpio and you have some resistance you're putting into it because somebody's trying to force a happily ever after and a change of locations and or re-implementing the one you're in and you're happy there, I would advise you follow your intuition. But I don't think anything's going to change for you when it comes to living situation till Virgo season. So you have a few months at least to worry about that. That is what I see for Scorpio. Do we have another one to read? What do we have? What do we have for the home situation and or moving? Pisces already had one. Pisces, you got it again. Sagittarius. Okay, that's a scary one for me, but I will read it. Okay, Sagittarius, this is about home and moving situations surrounded around where you're living, how you're living, what you're living. Can I find out if there's going to be any changes or will things stay the same for the Sagittarius when it comes to home, please? Chariot, come out first. Cancer season's real soon. That's coming out fast. Eight of Wands. Some kind of news, information coming in for Sag. Page of Wands. This could be a message also 8 days, 8 weeks out, maybe something coming in your inbox, 8 days, 8 weeks, maybe offer. What is this, Chariot? When it comes to, is this moving? Is this related to moving quickly? What is this moving quickly in messages coming in for Sag, please, with their home? Page of Pentacles. What is the Page of Pentacles for Sag? Three of Swords. What is the Three of Swords for Sag? Okay, there's some kind of judgment about heartache, and it's surrounding your home. Something news is coming in about your home quickly. Something is happening fast, and you're going to have to wait out something when it comes to, it could be that it's going to be heartache if you don't decide right, or something you don't, or someone's going to judge against you. What is the Three of Swords for Sagittarius? The shadow side, Gemini did not have the most favorable, Four of Wands. Gemini did not have a very easy one, and this is the shadow, so you could need to listen to Gemini too. Four of Wands, judgment on your house. Three of Swords, there's some kind of heartache when it comes to your house. There is something coming in fast through message. There could be a lien. There could be, that is if you have a house. I'm not seeing that though. It could be that you're told maybe you have to exit. What is the Three of Swords, please, when it comes to home for the Sagittarius? Four of Swords. So there's something you need to heal. I think you might have to put some kind of coin maybe into your home. Judgment, have something done, or pay more maybe. Let's see here. What is the Four of Wands and Judgment for Sagittarius? The Star. There's something you have to heal. You might be told that you have to repair something. Maybe your managers, landlords, right? Maybe they have to tell you there's repairs that you have to live through for a little bit. It's going to come in quick. It could affect you. I have 5 owls here looking like what they look like. They're pressed up against a window looking outside. Could be your street needs repaved. Maybe they have to change something out. Maybe they're rebuilding some part of your complex or some part of your little village you live in, wherever you live, right? Maybe something's happening in your neighborhood. What is the Four of Swords? What is the Four of Swords in the Star for Sagittarius when it comes to home? The Hierophant. Okay, this could be marriage. So I saw Three of Swords and Four of Swords, healing and judgment. So maybe there's a marriage situation and something is happening quickly. Some messages are coming through. So maybe you're sharing a home. There could be a twin flame situation, divine counterpart, and maybe the two of you need to heal before bringing together what would be a home, you two being a home. Judgment's coming in. What is the judgment for the Sagittarius is regarding their home, please? The Hangman. This has got to be judgment, some kind of sacrifice that is going to be needed to implement a healed home, a healed connection, union to make a home. Sacrifice. What is the sacrifice with the Hangman, please? For Sagittarius, the Knight of Cups. And that's a water sign. What is the Knight of Cups, please? That's part of love. That's romance. Sacrificing romance. What is the Knight of Cups for Sagittarius? Justice. Sagittarius, you may be having someone come through for you quickly and telling you, listen, either we're going to go at it. I'm seeing kind of like maybe they're going to tell you, even though things aren't up and ready, they could be telling you that it hurts too much to be apart and or not do things properly. The Four of Wands and the Hierophant here, it's going to be a rare Sag, but justice is like them saying, look, you're in love with me. Okay, so judgment has to be had. We have to do this. You're in love with me. We have to be together. We have to do this right. We have to get married. Could be somebody that's saying that. Okay, so what is the Hierophant for and the Judgment? The Hierophant and the Judgment for the Sag, please, with their home. Yes, this person is going to require moving towards you. Six of Swords, I can think of one Sag just would fit, and I don't think that person comes here. But we have Six of Swords here with the Hierophant. This person, who would be your person, Sag, is going to move towards you. They have to. But the sacrifice with Judgment, we have the Six of Pentacles to give to you. There has to be an agreement, okay, to see this a different way, see it another way, to sacrifice something to come together, to sacrifice something, to maybe sacrifice romance just long enough to put energy forth to making this happen. So in other words, brute force, like saying, okay, we're not going to tiptoe around this anymore. We aren't going to be able to romance each other. We're going to have to start taking this in a tactical way, because this approach is not what it was going in. We already know we're in love, but now we have to use tactical maneuvers. We have to be very conscientious of what we're leaving behind. The sacrifice, Eight of Cups here. We are leaving something behind to create a home together. So is this a move? Is this a move for the Sagittarius? Three of Cups. What is the Three of Cups, please, for the Sagittarius? Ten of Wands. Okay, so can I get clarification on that? Page of Pentacles. We're back to the Page of Pentacles. He's showing up again. And the Eight of Swords. Wow, Sagittarius, I see you stuck. Okay, I quite literally see you stuck. And I see a lot of honesty is being spoken. Ace of Swords. And an apology of some kind with the Page of Cups. I think this has to do with things happening really fast and maybe not having enough to make things happen right away. So I see that a sacrifice is going to be made when it comes to romancing and love and say the heart of the matter, not because you don't want to, you don't love each other. It's like the two of you are having to master some kind of plan that is going to be strategic, and you're going to have to be head above heart for a little while. That is if you're wanting it to happen. So I think the two of you are going to you're going to protect your romance. It's still there, but it's not going to be as present, as noticeable. Let me find out more, because can I get more on the twin flame, divine counterpart, Sagittarius energy and moving, please? The world. Yeah, so the two of you are going to be destined to look over the world as far as coming together. And the Four of Pentacles, you're stuck on this. So I don't see the two of you moving to the point that you're moving together immediately. Okay, Two of Wands, it's coming together. I'm going to say a couple months out. So something's going to happen fast with Chariot energy. It could be the discussion, the frankness, the I'm sorry energy, the we got to put together our resources. We got to be strategic to this matter, put away the love talk for a little bit. I don't know. It's like a compromise. It's like we have to kind of put it on the back burner. It's because we have to start thinking more than feeling for right now. So this doesn't have to be for every Sag, and you can apply what you need to. But what I'm seeing is that you're having to make some serious changes with this next full moon. There's something coming up. And it could be something important has swayed you to start maneuvering differently. Maybe there's somebody watching you. Maybe, oh yeah, your love is really powerful for this person though. I will say that. The King of Cups, you really are in love with this person, but you're having to kind of have a wait and see approach. Now I'm going to find out about the single Sagittarius. Is not every Sag is going to be living with someone right away and or has a divine counterpart. For Sagittarius who are single, please, what do we have for moving? King of Swords, Ten of Swords. Okay, Sagittarius who are single, you may be going into a situation where, yeah, you could have a tendency or something like that that's going to expire and or maybe be, what do they call that? Terminated tendency, or what do they call that? You know, eviction. Because we have a lawyer here, we have Ten of Swords energy, and then the Queen of Pentacles could mean that it does you a favor. Maybe you're living in some kind of broken down place and you need to be. What is the King of Swords for Sagittarius that are single? The Queen of Wands. What is the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords? Okay, I do feel kind of like a negative kind of force here. I'm kind of feeling like I'm a landlord who is someone that you are trying to extricate yourself from, maybe, and or maybe they are cutting you free of a contract. I see that you feel betrayed. But I do see the Queen of Pentacles, and I feel you're growing somewhere new after being disappointed where you were. Yeah, Ace of Wands after the disappointment. So single Sages may be moving. I don't see moving definitely, but I see some kind of a change of plans. I see that you're watching property and or rentals. You're watching for something to come into your lap. With the Magician, the Knight of Pentacles, yeah, it's taking a while for you to observe for the right things to come towards you. The Wheel of Fortune, that's your energy. What is the Wheel of Fortune? The Eight of Pentacles, yeah, you're working on something to move to. Sagittarius who's single, I think you're working on something to move to. I think that the property you are either renting or living at for whatever way, either you bought it, you know, or and you need to sell. I think that there is something with a landlord, some kind of landlord, that maybe you need to cut ties with and or see about getting legal. Something about that. It looks like you're going to be finding somewhere that you can plant your seeds at, be at, right, grow at, and it looks like it's coming. I would say by Sagittarius season, but check back with me. I will be doing the moving readings periodically. So if you like this, please do like, and don't forget to share and subscribe. I appreciate it. Okay, so who is the next one we're reading for? Libra. Libra, you are next. Okay, so do we have anything changing or any kind of moves in store for Libra? Does Libra have any moves, or is there anything in store for Libra, please? When it comes to home matters, new people, people leaving, people coming in, changes of locations, anything like this for Libra. Libra, you have Magician. You're trying to manifest something new. Hierophant, you're trying to manifest marriage. Or the end of a marriage. Oh, wow, you got all majors, Libra. You are playing with magic, aren't you? Okay, so what we have is Magician, Hierophant, Death, Hermit. So we have Aquarius, Gemini, Virgo, Aries. We have Taurus. We have Scorpio, and we have Virgo. I think we have a Virgo here implemented in your energy, and or you're a cusp. Something is ending. So you have a marriage you want out of, you're getting out of, I don't know, but it looks like you want to go it alone. Let me find out more. What is the Magician for the Libra when it comes to home? The Fool. Yeah, I think you want to be alone. Solo dolo. The Three of Pentacles is on the Hierophant. So this is instigating to me that, or instigating, it's prefacing that you had said your vows to somebody. You made a choice to leave them behind, to end it for something else, so you could be alone. Maybe the Lovers come out on the Death, the Nine of Wands on Hermit. So I don't see you wanting. I see you choosing yourself. I see you wanting to leave a situation. Is there moving when it comes to ending the situation with someone for the Libras? Is there moving for the Libras when it comes to a situation in a marital or a long-term commitment? What is the situation on where the Libra will be? Two of Wands. Yeah, you're prognosticating where you're going. You're in your head a little bit with this Temperance. You've been taking your time. You're very balanced. You're looking at moving maybe overseas or over a body of water somewhere. Your wish fulfillment is to travel abroad, maybe live abroad. There's somewhere very attractive that you're looking at, someplace. I think you're very obsessed on the idea of moving far away. Far away. It's your wish fulfillment, but you want to live alone. So you may be looking for a little piece of property, a little rental. I don't know what this is. What is the Hermit? What is this? This is the faraway location. Ace of Cups. Something you'll fall in love with, or you want to fall in love. Two of Swords. Two of Swords. You want to protect your heart. You want to be alone. So is this going to happen? Is this move going to happen for Libra? Yeah, you're right now sticking out properties and or rentals or something like this. Knight of Pentacles. It's taking you time. So Libra, this fits you specifically if you're breaking up, divorcing, something like this, that you want to be alone and you're going to move far away. I do think that you could be a military person. Could be that you're planning on living, say, someplace far away, and maybe you're going to be alone from, say, matters of the heart. You'll be around other people like yourself, squadron, such as that, right? But you could be military. You don't have to be. Could feel like you're in the military. You know, that whole idea of just single-handedly disappearing and not being involved with like matters of the heart for a while. Maybe you feel like you're on some kind of new quest. I find out more about Libra and this wish to have Hermit energy, moving far away. Empress. Okay, so maybe you are someone's divine counterpart. Is Libra trying to avoid the divine counterpart? Because we have Six of Wands, we have Page of Pentacles on the Empress, and the Four of Wands. Yeah, I think you're running away from your divine counterpart. Possibly you're married too, so it could be two things. I'm not really supposed to be reading that, but it looks to me like you're wanting to move away. Now, this could be you do have a divine counterpart, Libra. Only you know. You're losing sleep over. And a Nine of Swords. The Empress and the Emperor just showed up. So it could be you're either running away from your divine counterpart and or you were in a marriage and you need time to heal before you come towards, and you know there is a divine counterpart waiting for you. That is what I'm seeing. So I don't see it happening right away. If Libra is to move, when would they look for a move? Cancer season, there's a probability. I will roll one more for you in case you need it. Gemini already happened, but it could be next year. So you could be a good 12 months away, 11, 12 months away. Okay, so what do we have next? What are we reading next? For who could be moving or changing locations, having a change in their home life. Cancer got theirs again. Cancer, you get a lot of, you show up a lot. Pisces got again. Libra, there you are. Libra. Aries. Okay, Aries, what do we have for you for your home life? What's going on for Aries? When it comes to moving, changing locations, changing people in and out of their home, getting new home, what is going on for the Aries people, please? Queen of Pentacles, I think you're planted where you're at. What else do we have for the Aries? The Star. You're healing the location you're at. You're healing at the location you're at. You're feeling like you're pretty confident. You're able to cultivate where you are. The Star, Page of Swords. What is Page of Swords? The Moon. There could be some kind of mystery surrounding the healing you're doing at that location. What is the Moon? The Fool. So there's a new beginning that's coming. You're healing so that you can begin some kind of new beginning. This is your energy, the Fool. What is the Fool? King of Cups. I think that the Aries is waiting to cultivate something with someone they're in love with. I see a ring here too, for any Aries that's waiting for a ring, Page of Swords, as in your person could be waiting to give you a ring, and or they have your heart, you have theirs. The Chariot, so something is happening in Cancer season. We have double Cancer here as well. Motherhood, mother energy, mystery, fears too, sleep. The full moon's coming in. Let's see, that's 14. I think the 4th. I think the 4th of July, maybe. What is Chariot? It's going to come in fast. What is Chariot? The 9 of Swords. So you're going to be losing some sleep. I don't think you're moving. I think you're losing sleep over, say, some kind of connection you have, a romantic connection, but you're solid at your home as of now. Can I find out more? The Sun. Yeah, your happily ever after is going to start up quickly, and it looks like you're losing sleep over it. It's more exciting than anything else. I don't think it's fearful. I don't think you're afraid, but you're nurturing, you're cultivating something, and it doesn't look like you're leaving anytime soon. So there's that. You don't have to worry about any spontaneous moves, Aries. It doesn't look like anything like that is coming. So who is the next sign we will read? And I should tell you, Virgo, you come out of the box. So you are coming out of your hermit mode. You are someone who might actually be moving at a distance and or shocking everyone when it comes to a move. Can I find out about the home life, the moving situation, people involved in the home for the Virgos? You got 6 of Cups, somebody who wants to make history with you, with a new beginning, the Wheel of Fortune. So this could be that you're going to be making a move in Sagittarius season. It could be. You could have this in your chart. They could. What is the 6 of Cups for the Virgos, please? 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, someone who wants to really establish something with you. The Wheel of Fortune, is this a timing? Wheel of Fortune, is this a timing? Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles, as in it's going to be a new beginning, but it's going to take time. It is not happening like overnight. It's not quick. It's coming in, but not quick. Somebody is taking their time. They're reading the rules. They're patiently going through every step. Can I find out more for Virgo? Okay, so your wish fulfillment is to start anew with someone who is taking their time. I don't think you're moving anytime soon. So Virgo, I don't think there's anything to be concerned about. I do see something is coming up for you in Sagittarius season. That is what I got for you, Virgo. Go ahead and let me know if you need a further look at that, okay? So what is the next sign we have? We had Scorpio earlier. We have Capricorn. Let me find your card in here. Capricorn. This is about moving for Capricorn. Moving, staying, new people, new contracts. Is there anything I can tell the Capricorns about their living situation coming? This is Lucky Girl Tarot. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it so much. Okay, Capricorn, I do see some kind of celebration when it comes to you and another person. And this could be your divine counterpart, or you're the divine counterpart if you prescribe to that. Okay, so you're coming across as like the Emperor here. You got the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, celebrating something, matching, meeting up halfway, balancing out together, two becoming one. What else do we have for Capricorn? What is the Two of Pentacles? Can we find out more? I see you bringing your stuff to one location, the Magician. This is what you wanted. And this is celebration, Three of Cups. And on the Three of Cups, we have strength. It is taking strength to do this. So I don't necessarily see marriage, but I do see that it doesn't have to even be love. I mean, it could be you have a roommate. It could be a family member. It doesn't have to be love, okay? But the Emperor here, if you're a divine counterpart, it is, okay? So take that however you need to. Is this moving for Capricorn? What is this moving? Is this moving? And what is Emperor? Two of Cups, soulmate energy. Emperor is the Knight of Pentacles. Someone who's taking their time. They're dedicated. Yeah. This is somebody who sees you as a soulmate. So I don't know about moving. It could be that in time you'll be moving. Can I find out more about this moving energy? Is it going to be moving energy for Capricorn, or are they staying where they are? What is happening for Capricorn? Ace of Swords, there's some honest, direct truth that is being spoken. What is the honest truth with Capricorn and their person, please? The Sun, some kind of declaration of love, happily ever after energy here. You make me happy, you warm me, you're my everything kind of energy. With the Two of Cups, yes. Can I find out more for the Capricorns and moving, please? Will they be moving? The Empress. So we have both the divine counterparts here. Only thing we haven't seen is the Four of Wands. So the two of you have not made full union. If you do prescribe to being soulmates, so you may have. You may have. But living together, I haven't seen 3 or 4 of Wands yet. Let's find out more about moving for Capricorn. What is Empress energy? The Knight of Swords. You're keeping an eye on your Empress if you're a Capricorn, masculine. Five of Pentacles. Yeah. So there is some kind of a blockage when it comes to putting things together in one location. Maybe there is a block when it comes to doing this. Can I find out more for Capricorns, please? So you're taking your time. So I see someone's in their head about this. But it looks to me like this has to do with connecting, union, and or bringing your stuff into one location, deciding how to attribute a home, establish a home in one place. That has not yet been finished or figured out. I think that you're masterfully trying to figure out how to merge your energies into one location. So that's what I'm seeing. I think that you're watching. So I don't see any move happening for Capricorn at this time. Clarifying with the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. Yeah, you could be strategic about it. You're taking your time. Things aren't coming together fully yet. But there is definitely a twin or a soulmate situation going on. So that's what I'm seeing for the Capricorns. Okay, so I'm not going to do dice now that there's 3 cards. We're just going to pull. I'm going to shuffle them best I can. I'll look at them. We'll see who's next. Got Leo. Leo. What do we have for Leo with situation with living and moving? The situation surrounding the living situation or moving for Leo, please. People, places, movements for Leo. We had the Three of Wands just throw itself out. So if you have a person that you consider your twin, could be that you're waiting for things to come together. So you can share one location. You can have your arms around each other, be together, that kind of thing. Can I find out more for the Leo's, please? 7 of Pentacles. Yes, you're building something. You're investing in. Oh, yeah, you're in love. Ace of Cups with the 3 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is something like that. What is the Ace of Cups? 2 of Wands. Yeah, you're moving forward into something that would be maybe a home together. Can I find out more? Ace of Swords. Speaking some truth. Strength. Leo season coming in soon. You're being strong about this. Okay, Leo, maybe this is you. Maybe Something's going to happen around your birthday. What is strength for Leo when it comes to moving? The Eight of Wands, there's messages coming through. So it could be that you're going to create that home together and or move to something. What is the Eight of Wands for the Leo, please? Messages of getting moving quickly. Chariot. Are they moving in Cancer season? Leo, please. Nine of Cups, your wish fulfillment. I think that you're going to be moving in Leo season, or excuse me, Cancer season. Yes, Ten of Pentacles, your legacy energy. I do see a move for the Leos. You're standing on business. You're taking this serious. Leos, I think that between now and the next, like say, month and a half, I think you're going to be moving. Nine of Cups, you're in love with this person. Nine of Swords, you're losing sleep because you're not together. I think that's what's going on here. Six of Swords, you may have to move overseas to be with them. Five of Swords, because it is such conflict not being together. Five of Cups, and disappointing not being together. You need to merge together. Yes, the Moon. It is scary not being with your person. You don't want to be away from your person. I'm getting scary. I'm getting the ringing in my ears. Yeah, I think you're afraid to not be with them anymore. There's so much drama around some kind of situation. Intuitively, you know that the two of you belong together and to be together soon. The Star, that is your shadow. You might have been working on your shadow side. That is what I see. So I think before your birthday season's over with, I think you're going to be with somebody in the person, not online. Okay, so, or not in the dreams. You know, you're going to be together in the flesh. Okay, so what is our next sign? Taurus. That leaves Aquarius for last. Okay, so that is okay. Aquarius are the 11th sign, so usually you do kind of come out last anyway. Not really last, but that's okay. Taurus, what do we have for Taurus? And I hope you had a happy birthday when you had your season. What do we have for Taurus when it comes to home? Home matters, the people surrounding home, and home matters for Taurus, please. After we're finished here, if I take a little break, if there's anyone who's going to want to be around, I will have fortune cookies I will be handing out with chat enabled. That will be for subscribers. So please hang around for that if you're interested. It'll be the next stream, the third stream for the night. I hope you've enjoyed what you're getting. I hope it's helpful to some level. Let me know below if you need, when I do have it open actually, if you need any of these readings to be expanded or signs included. I appreciate all the likes, shares, and subscribes. This is Lucky Girl Tarot. Thanks so much. Okay, so Taurus, what do we have for the home life situation? Changes, the people, the surroundings, any movement, any moves. Are they staying? Are they moving? Taurus. Five of Pentacles, there's some kind of disappointment. You may have been locked out of your home. Ten of Pentacles, it could be your family home. Could have been locked out of your family home. Can I find out more about the Five of Pentacles, please? Somebody told you something very direct and honest. There's some kind of Ten of Wands on the family. It could be that your family isn't doing as well as they thought they would be doing. Maybe they were helping you. Maybe they can't help you. Maybe they were letting you stay somewhere they can't be now. Ace of Swords, they're telling you something direct, something honest, something truthful. King of Swords, this could as well be a lawyer saying that, listen, you can't come in, the locks have been changed. You could have been, I'm trying to think the word. You know, when the landlord kicks you out and the police have to say you can't come in, the locks are changed. Yeah, this could have happened. That doesn't have to be for everyone. But I do see the Ten of It could be a family home. It could be some kind of burden. Maybe there was a, oh, you know, when the banks take the home, something like that, foreclosure. I forget what. Something like this, you know, say the home was taken by the banks and your family couldn't let you stay and you come home after being away or something and say you didn't get your things and there's things still locked up inside that house. Two of Swords, yeah, you're blocked from getting in there. I don't feel that it's going good for the Taurus, but I don't know. Two of Swords, what is this, please? Seven of Wands, standing on business. What is the King of Swords? Eight of Pentacles. You're working on something with a lawyer to get access to what is yours. And I feel that your family has fallen into some hard times and they might be either the home you were staying at or they were giving you resources to stay where you were at. But something's going on for Taurus. I think you might have no choice but to get moving and get away from where you were and try to rebuild. Three of Wands. So 3 weeks, 3 months out maybe. I see you trying to pick up the pieces and move on. 2 of Wands. Doesn't look good, but let's see what's a clarifier for Taurus. The Page of Cups. Some kind of an apology is coming through for you. And the Hangman. It could be a Pisces apologizing to you. Could be that you had to be sacrificed in, say, a situation. So maybe family told you, hey, listen, we're sorry. We had to shut the door. We had to lock the door. We couldn't get your things. I don't know. I hope this is very erroneous and it's not everyone's story, but it does look like it's something hard that is being apologized about, that you were somehow, I think you're mad. I see you're kind of angry, probably losing sleep. I think you're deciding to move away from this family or these people who you thought you could count on, or you thought that you could trust. So it could have been you were gone. Disappointment, 5 of Cups. Could be that you were gone. So maybe you're military, or you were away on business of some kind. Maybe you were visiting your sweetheart and you rented, and it was from family. It didn't have to be. Maybe you rented from a landlord and something fell through. And there's a spotlight on a situation. Somebody let you down and you showed back up and you couldn't get in. The locks were changed. So it doesn't look good for the Tauruses, but it does look like that you're rebuilding, you're reestablishing. And if you are trying to reestablish yourself, it looks like you're on your way to it with the Star, the King of Cups, and the Fool. So it could be that you're trying to rectify yourself on paper, or, like whatever way, your credit report or something like that. But what I'm seeing 7 of Pentacles too is, if you needed to push in the direction, maybe this is happening for you and not to you. Maybe Taurus, you had a situation where you were supposed to pick to stay with, your divine counterpart, and you didn't, and you're just coming back to a living situation, and you're supposed to actually be picking up the pieces with the 2 of Wands showing up and meeting halfway with your honey, who might be your divine counterpart. Maybe that is a push in the direction that you need. Maybe that was the whole idea. With that, I got 4 of Pentacles. You are stuck on this individual. I think you're going their direction. I think that that's where you're going to land. So we're looking at a couple months out. It might take you might right away be out. I don't know. And I'm so sorry if you're experiencing some struggle with that. It could be that it's what you needed. 9 of Wands, you knew it was coming. Could have been what you needed to push you. Temperance, because you knew it was coming. Yeah, it could be that you needed it so you could be with your divine counterpart. The last sign we have is Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius, please? What do we have for Aquarius? So, Taurus, I just want to explain to you, in case that is not good news. If you have someone, even you don't know them, maybe it pushed you in the right direction, so you'll be living near that person, and there's some situation, it's going to work out to your favor. So sometimes we are in the wrong place at the wrong time, right time, whatnot, and maybe you are being pushed to the right location for your complete happiness. Aquarius, you're getting major resistance in the shuffle. I'm going to tell you, you're being rigid, stubborn, and I shouldn't expect anything other than that from you. You're a fixed sign. Stubborn, stubborn, stubborn all the way. Just like Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus. And we're going to find out, what is the situation when it comes to home for Aquarius? Home changes and people surrounding the places, locations. Will there be a move? Any of these things changing for Aquarius, please? 7 of Pentacles, you're established there. There's some kind of a lockout. Disappointment? No, lockout. Okay, when it comes to marriage. Okay, well, actually, keys. 5 of Pentacles, Hierophant. It could be the keys. Somewhere you're established, you might not have the keys to open. And I don't know if this is like Taurus. Let me just get clarifiers on these. What is the 7 of Pentacles? The 10 of Pentacles. You're established somewhere for a long time. It could be where you grew up at, where you were born. It could be the family home. What is 5 of Pentacles? The Hermit. So you have the Hermit on the 5 of Pentacles, and on the Hierophant, you have the 4 of Swords. Just a second. Let me sit with this for a second. Okay, so there's some kind of change when it comes to your solitude. You have been in solitude. You have hopes, but you've been in solitude when it comes to your home. You don't have to be single. You're established where you're at. There's a lot of change coming in. Has to do with the reinvention of yourself after some kind of heartache, some kind of a letdown, some kind of, it could be also a medical setback you have had to overcome. Can I find out more? So not every Aquarius, but some Aquariuses might have been living in Delulu and I can attest to that myself as Aquarius. That does happen. It does happen to anyone. But it could be that you were given the idea of a fantasy. You wanted to believe in a fantasy. And that's where I got the resistance in the shuffle. It seems like you're stubborn to see things, that there could be many ways to see them. And there's only one right way. But yet you have so many fantastical ways to see. And it would be easy to settle for the fantasies because they're easier to apply to a gentle psyche, someone who doesn't want to take another fall after they've been hurt so much, right? Someone who's had enough heartache, hurt, they don't want to experience it again. And change is happening that it cannot be held back. It cannot be stopped. There's an ending. That's why there's change. 7 of Cups here. The Most High has sent this new change for you. What is the Knight of Swords? The 5 of Swords. Okay, someone's watching you that will bring you great conflict. So with the 7 of Cups, I'm seeing that you might have been avoiding that. You've been watched with conflict this person could be bringing you. So you have isolated because of someone who forced you into a corner or put you into introspection through the healing that you had to process your own. I'm kind of feeling the 7 of Cups could be versions of yourself, through the healing. But you've been through different cycles. You've gone through different versions of yourself to get where you're going with the 4 of Swords. So you processed so many ways. And so, yes, you got into Delulu a little bit. And it could have been because you were trying to figure out who you are. Okay, so the different versions of self, right? It's like you had to process, who am I after all this? Yeah, it's taken you time to get where you are. And divine timing, you've been waiting. So it's been between you and the divine. You've been having a relationship with the divine, talking to the divine. And the divine has been saying, listen, change is coming to protect you from this person that is watching you. They have they've been throwing some kind of conflict on you. They forced you into this regeneration, this new version of you. What is the Temperance? The Queen of Swords. Someone that you cut off, someone that's not in your life, somebody that gave you a 3 of Swords. They pushed you into the 4 of Swords. And the Hierophant. What is the Hierophant, please? The Knight of Pentacles. And so an earth sign and or maybe a Sagittarius. So no 2 Aquariuses are going to be the same. I do know one that has a Sagittarius. This could be hers. The person that you would prescribe to, the one that you would marry. Okay, the Hierophant. Some of you, this could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Some of you, it's a Sag. You are renewing so that you can be with this person. The other person who hurt you some time ago, it depends on, how long it's been. You were not balanced for some while. Because 7 of Cups, it kind of implies you were not mentally totally balanced. Like you are still going through the motions. Your equilibrium is starting to take hold right now. And it has taken you a while. It does look like it could have been since October, since you've been starting to get more balanced. The person that you would marry, you have to walk away from the past. So this person who you're getting your 4 of Swords because of is your 8 of Cups. You're leaving them behind. This person is still watching you. They're still hanging around. So what does this have to do with the move for Aquarius, the moving? The Knight of Wands. Okay, so what is the Knight of Wands for the Aquarius? 3 of Cups. I'm not seeing any moving. I think that they're trying to tell me a lot more than we are here for, but there is celebration. What is this celebration? The 3 of Cups for Aquarius. The Nine of Pentacles. Okay, some Aquariuses are single, and maybe that's the Aquarius I'm supposed to be reading for. Okay, so the ones that I'm reading for that are not single are headed to marriage, or their marriage is going to become more solid, more balanced. Okay, so that's for the people who are in a solid commitment or marriage. The ones that are single are the ones I'm supposed to be concentrating on now. So I'm going to put the deck together and shuffle for the single, not attached Sagittariuses, because I know I have a few of you that show up. Okay, and it doesn't matter what gender or what person it's. What do we have for moving for Sages that are not in a commitment at this time? Ten of Wands. There's a burden. Ace of Swords. Some direct, honest clarity and truth. Four of Cups. You're not paying attention to. So there is an authority position person. King of Wands. This could be you, Aquarius, actually coming. If you have fire in your chart, it could be you. It could be your boss. It could be something related to being burdened at work. What is the Ten of Wands for the Aquarius? Seven of Swords. Okay. So you are burdened by someone taking from you, deceiving you. Seven of Swords. What's the Ace of Swords? So you might get, I don't want Sagittarius to, if this is a warning, I've had some Aquarius. I've had some Sagittarius energies. If you have Sag in your chart and you're single, because it did give me single energy, that's what I'm looking at. Pisces just threw itself out. So Pisces, Virgo may be instrumental here. You could have to talk truth to someone who you know has been stealing and deceiving from you. This could be a roommate. This could be someone you live with, or a landlord who is not. This could be something that you aren't paying attention to. You're going to find out real fast. With the Four of Cups, with the Chariot on that, and the authority position, Ace of Wands, yeah, I think you're going to be giving some truth to someone. If you are living in a situation where someone, yeah, you could as well be the Empress here, a mother. You could be a divine counterpart to someone, but you're single right now. Ace of Pentacles, waiting for someone to put a piece of jewelry with the Six of Wands on there. So there could be a proposal coming for you, Sagittarius that are single. There could be a divine counterpart coming your way. But I do see that you're going to have to be honest to someone who's been deceiving you. It could be a roommate or a landlord. So there could be a move. Eight of Swords, you're in your head over. Will there be a move of strength for Aquarius? I say Sag. You must have both in your chart. It's easy for me to do because most of the people I know, there is a connection between each. But the Queen of Cups, intuitively, you know, I think you have a Sag coming for you. We have a Wheel of Fortune coming, beginning. Queen of Swords, that's you, Aquarius. The Hermit, Virgo, we said earlier. So if you are introspecting, if you have like you lock down the doors and you just kind of pull down the shades and you just want to be alone, Hermit energy, right? And you have a hope, you have a divine counterpart. So if you're wondering about that, you do. But if you have deception that's going on at home, it's because of a landlord or somebody you share rent with, somebody involved in, say, where you rent or you own or something like this. You have something coming in with divine timing for you. But if you stay where you're at with somebody who you know is deceiving you, Three of Swords is coming. So you might even recognize it as Three of Swords pretty soon. They're saying that if you are to leave with what you have Seven Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. You have a love situation that could be coming your way. If you put it into, say, a bad living situation, Ace of Cups, yeah, love is all over this for a single Aquarius. So anyone who's not attached, could be that you're in a karmic situation when it comes to renting with a person. I will give you a short but sweet synopsis of my story that kind of flavors this a little bit. When I first found my first place I was going to rent, I had a buddy that I knew at this facility I worked at, and he was a guy, he was professional. He was actually very much more inept in the profession than I would say I was. He made pretty good money. So he would have been a very good roommate, and there was no romantic strings with us. We were going to roommate together, have our own bedrooms, the whole thing, right? And he fell through on me. And because he did, I had to pursue doing something alone. If he hadn't, life had been different for me, and he would have probably been slimy on me, and shorted the rent or moved back home to his parents. Like that's what he did, right? Wound up doing. Um, but I wound up living alone, having my own place, and it was the best thing that could have ever happened for me. But anyways, just saying, Aquarius, if you're single, this could be that you're being told that this is happening for you, not to you. You're being let know that if someone's wasting your time, or you think that they're a good, favorable person on paper who can like consistently show up on a contract to pay the rent with you, right? And or show up as a family member or somebody who agrees to, right? They may not be the person, you may know that. There might be something very shady about them. And if this comes out, it's going to be a Three of Swords if you don't use practical wherewithal, with your, I wanted to say chutzpah. I don't talk like that, but your wisdom, your intuition. So if you don't use that, it won't put you on path to find that cup of love or find the person you're supposed to be with. Because if you already know or you don't, and you prescribe to it, your divine counterpart is happening for you, but not while you're tied up in the karmic situation that is going to have an unfavorable feeling on your heart after you trust somebody who's going to let you down. So if you're in a situation, this only applies to the Aquarius that's single, that this applies to. Don't take it if it's not yours. I am going to leave this here. I really appreciate everyone. We're going to take a little break, and I'm going to come back with fortune cookies. Anyone wants to meet me here, go right ahead, and I will put the chat enabled for you. And if you're still here, maybe even a answer. If we get enough thumbs up, we will do answers for people. I think considering I've gotten such a small number of likes out of both these videos, I would like to see like maybe 14. I might have it open. We'll see what happens. Okay, we'll see what happens. But I will see you soon. Lucky Girl Tarot. Thanks so much, everyone.